Once upon a time there was a story, my story, but it could be your story, our story. The story of how I grew up, built dreams, ambitions, of how I saw my future, structured, planned. A story of how I began my journey. First I found a place, organized, where I felt comfortable, and where it was clear what was expected of me. I knew everything around me, my colleagues, the structure, and my role was well defined. But suddenly, everything around me changed. Globalization, innovation, decentralization, words that everyone around me talked about, but I didn't know the meaning. Then they moved me, away from my place, the place where I felt comfortable. They asked me to do different things, to learn more, much beyond my expertise. They wanted me to have a global perspective. But why, if I was already an expert? They asked me to work with different people, with different backgrounds, in other geographies, from different cultures. But why, if I was the one who had the experience? They told me to share information, my information, to manage resources that weren't mine, to return to college when I have not studied for so long. And after all these achievements, they told me that real success is all about teamwork and not individual efforts. My organization was no longer the same, and when I looked around, I had a matrix. And all that was familiar suddenly became uncertain. At first I was afraid, but then I thought, why not? And I decided to take the risk, and I liked it. I realized I could do more and better than I did when I was alone in my place. I realized that diversity created more value for me, for my role, for my company. And once I understood it, I didn't want to go back. I wanted to move forward, and what I used to see as my box suddenly became my community, my world. And if before I was living my life based on a short-term vision, now I have a vision for the future that I'm planning and preparing. Now I want to ensure that others will have the same opportunities as me, that after me there will be others, that one day will do the same to others and others. And this is my story, but it could be your story, our story. This is the story of how I discovered the meaning of the word leadership.